So yesterday, work looked like working out, personal trainer, and then working out in the garden. So the lawn needed mowing, some of the trees, bushes in the front of the house needed cutting down, and so that was yesterday's work, along with, you know, some household chores and things like that. And also imagining, when Beth and I were taking our walk, what we're going to be doing for the next 6 months when we're away. So today, though, very different type of work. Off to the Chicago Transit Authority to facilitate a training for their Know and Grow monthly workshops that they do, all about decision making, but I'm going to take a different lens, thinking about decision making from the lens of our brain and the way that our brains function. So understanding our brain chemistry and how that impacts the way that we make decisions or not make decisions, which I'm very excited to do because I think it's going to be a interesting way to think about decision making within a large organization, and maybe challenge people in a different way rather than just give them a framework and say, here, this is the way you make decisions. Better understand the individualness of that. So this has got me really thinking about retirement as this place actually where there's different types of work. So you work, but the work has different energy than when you were working, say, in your 20s and 30s or even your 40s and 50s. So thinking about work at 63 feels very different, because ultimately I have created a position where I can, for the most part, make decisions about the type of work that I want to do. And more importantly, that work is always tied to the way I want to feel or the impact or collaborations I want to have, not out of necessity right now. And I know that there have been times in my life where it has been about necessity, but when you are able to position yourself and realize that some of the things that you were maybe striving for or wanting are actually not the things that you need, it's easier to let go of some of that stuff. And so I just wanted to think about today the work. And the work right now at 63 is all about me. It's working on me. It's working on my business and my goals. It's working on creating a YouTube channel and learning lots about technology and marketing and how to tell a story in a concise way, and realizing that sometimes you do meander off and you tell stories and then you come back to the main point. So today the main point is that work looks different at 63, and retirement is not about retreating or stopping. It's about expanding and growing. That was fun. A beautiful workshop for an hour for about 30 people, talking about decision making, but from the perspective of brain science. So it was a different way of approaching it, and I think that resonated with people, because I think they've often got frameworks, but they don't understand why those frameworks don't work for them. So it was useful to do this brain science and how the brain can influence the decisions that we made. So that was my work today, a workshop, which was really fun to do. And then I think about part of the process of learning how to be more comfortable in my retirement is also this process of reflection, which is something that I've always done in my work and always done in my own professional and personal development. And I think it's exciting, just don't want to get run over right now because I'm crossing the road, but it's exciting to think about when you think of retirement, you think of like not doing anything. And I think to the contrary, actually, retirement is you deciding how you work, when you work, what sort of energy you want to put to that work, and what constitutes good use of your time. And so I feel like right now I have that perfect balance of being able to have some contract work, have some individual clients that I work with, and at the same time thinking about how I'm pushing myself into a learning zone so I can learn new things. One thing about like technology and editing and how to be a better storyteller. So all those things are work. So I think my new sort of mantra for retirement is work. But they mean really different things than they meant when I was much younger and entering the field of work.